This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to today's MCTV Weekday Update from the College of Media and Communication. I'm Katherine McBee.
And I'm Brad Cesak. A small explosion occurred last night around 9 p.m. inside the agricultural annex. Lubbock police and fire engines blocked off 15th Street from Boston to Flint. There's still some activity over there, and reporter Anthony Hall joins us live with more. Anthony?
That's right, Brad. This entire section of 15th Street was blocked off at about 9:30 last night to contain a gas leak in the Kasner building as a result of a small explosion that put a hole in a wall behind a refrigerator. The leak was immediately contained and no injuries were reported, but the officials say that the building will be out of commission for at least 3 days. Marketing and Communications Director Chris Cook released a message last night about the explosion. A small explosion occurred Wednesday night in the CAS in our annex. A lab student flipped off a light switch which triggered the explosion in an interior wall of the building. No injuries were reported and damage was limited to a wall inside the building. The leak was contained. That's all from here. Live for MCTV News, I'm Anthony Hall. Back to you, Katherine.
Thank you, Anthony. The university might be one step closer to choosing a new president. A two-day Board of Regents meeting is being held today and tomorrow in Abilene. The regents might announce a finalist for the president's job. They're also talking about a strategic plan and the budget for a new technology park. Tomorrow, a ribbon cutting for the nursing school, a fundraising update, and a report on Tech's economic impact on the state.
SGA hosted an executive forum Tuesday night where 8 candidates went face-to-face with current SGA representatives. The candidates were asked to talk about their platforms and intentions during their time in office. MCTV's Anthony Hall has the highlights from SGA's 2013 election forum.
The format of this debate will be as follows: internal vice president, external vice president, graduate vice president, and then president.
I think that in order to engage our senators, it's not a rewards as in like you get things, but rewards as in, praise and, getting their names out there more and having them, really interact with the students because they want to. And that comes down to picking senators that are going to want to do this, that aren't going to want to, do their homework in the SG office because, that's not acceptable right now. And I think that by electing senators that we know that will go out there and do what they're supposed to do without, and want to do it, really want to do their job. And so I think that's important, and I hope that the student body elects senators that will be engaged and will want to work hard and won't have this awful, turnover rate that we said before.
As on the executive cabinet, I was in charge of freshman leadership, freshman council, and transfer council. They've already seen me as this internal figure to look up to. I've already taught all the freshmen transfer students the ways of the Senate. I've taught them the role. I've been there for them if they need anything. I've also been an author, not a co-author, an author of a resolution that I presented in front of the Senate. I think there's a big difference in being a co-author and actually being the author presenting to the Senate. I think they see my face enough times that they know who I am, they have respect for me, and if I am internal, I think they're going to do work for me because they've seen me in the Senate and they know that I'm trustworthy, I'm loyal, and I think it's going to be a great year as internal vice president elected.
As far as getting the student body more active in the Lubbock community, one thing, I want to promote city council. I know someone who actually goes to a city council meeting all the time. I don't know if I would like to do that. However, I think that Cesak should be represented on the city council. That's actually something I'm running off of. 33,000 people live in Lubbock because of Texas Tech, and I believe that we should have a seat. Maybe not Logan or myself, maybe not even the presidential candidates. However, I think someone of faculty should be represented, even if it's not a voting seat. I believe that should be something.
Like Peyton said, we're students. We don't necessarily know everything about transportation. My goal would be to coordinate with the city of Lubbock and bring in someone who specializes in routing bus routes and work with the students or Texas Tech administration, myself, the city of Lubbock, and City Bus, and to come up with more effective routes if there are options on that, and basically to create a better flow. Hopefully, I know that currently there's tracking devices in buses, and one of my goals would be to explore the idea of allowing people to be able to track the buses, where you can see it's going to be at my apartment in 5 minutes by just it's on university or wherever it is. And I think that would be a cool idea. I don't know if it's possible, but ideas like that is what I want to try to do, and I'm not going to try to fix the bus routes myself or spend $3 million how I want. I'm going to surround myself with the right people.
The thing is, I'm going to make this short. The thing is, I possess a well-practiced communication skills. My students fade in class, and I have to figure out ways to encourage them, to find out what's going on with them and what I can do to become better. And I think that translates to SGA very, very well. You have to go out and you have to listen to them. You have to listen to your constituents about what their issues are. You have to voice why certain policies are being done a certain way. And you also need to not only voice your own opinions and your own concerns, but you need to listen to their concerns and ideas and then voice that to other people, to explain other people's ideas. And so that's why I think I'd be a good candidate for Vice President of Affairs.
I'm Jose Barraza, and I'm going to be the president of the student government, and I will serve you well. I'm committed to serve you, and I'm not here to divide. I'm here to unite. You do not have to vote for a bloc. You can vote for the person that you think is going to do the job the best. And there are many ideas from both of the different blocs that I appreciate. And as president, I'm going to extend my hand to both teams. I'm going to be pragmatic, and I'm going to bring ideas together, and we are going to work for the school, not for a particular bloc, not for a particular group of people, but for the entire school. It is really sad that we are going to represent the entire school, the entire student body, and there's not even 50 people here listening to our ideas. We have to change that. We have to extend our hand to the students. We have to stop playing games. We have to come together, and we have to represent our students well.
First and foremost, that big endowment that we just announced to everyone, raising $1 billion. Part of that endowment is actually going out and hiring new faculty, better faculty than what we have right now, bringing in better professors and teachers. So in essence, I don't think that our quality of education will go down, but if it were, we need to worry about the people that are here right now that won't get to see, these new professors come in for, I've heard that finance is retooling their college and things like that. We need to really make sure that people that are here right now, their education is not suffering by lowered student fees. Well, if it's feasible, lower student fees. But we need to make sure that we have proper funding for the students that are here now to properly, have them get the education that they pay for here at Texas Tech.
The past year, the past semester, basically serving as the president of my fraternity and being involved in SGA, I realized more and more what it means to serve people and to love people. I chose to run the president of my fraternity on complete faith, just as I'm doing this. I love people. I love getting to know people. I love getting to know people's hearts, and that's really what I want to do this next year for each and every single one of you. I think that as a body, as a whole, as past Red Raiders, future Red Raiders, I think we're all one body. We're all united by Red Raiders, by the Matador. And I think that we need to strive for honor in everything that we do. And so my purpose as student body president, my goal as student body president would be to love each and every single one of you, to serve each and every single one of you, and to make a voice in the administration.
Make sure that the students out there that are going to be watching this and the students in here that are watching this right now, make sure you do vote tomorrow and the next day. These two polls that Forrest was talking about earlier are very, very, very important. This could definitely could shape our campus for years to come with regards to either going tobacco-free or not tobacco-free, or being able to exercise our right to our concealed handguns inside university buildings.
Well, some tech students can expect a major change. Today, the university hosted the Academic Majors Fair inside the sub. The idea was to let students explore all different disciplines and learn how to change majors. MCTV's Brianna Bars takes us there.
Today in the Student Union Ballroom, an Academic Majors Fair was held from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for students to find out more about majors and minors within the university. Several advisors from different colleges attended the event in hopes of guiding students. Students received a t-shirt and free lunch for attending the fair. Rachel Bobbitt, Assistant Director of Transition and Engagement, said she wants students to utilize the fair to become more informed about what tech has to offer.
What we want them to do is explore the opportunities, gather information, talk to advisors, and figure out what their next steps are going to be.
Many students and advisors attended the event. Rakaya Kazim, a chemistry major, said she wants to explore her options with other majors.
I had questions about my major. I wasn't sure if that's the right path I want to go or I want to change it and stuff, and I really got some good information.
To find more resources on how to plan your path to success, visit www.majorfair.ttu.edu.
The month of February has come and gone. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it seems like the first of the month was just yesterday.
Oh, I know. Well, we have a few happenings in the Hub City to help kick off the month of March.
Tomorrow's First Friday Art Trail is back. This happens every month in downtown Lubbock and it's always free. Galleries are open from 6 to 9 p.m. If you want to know more, check out this site, www.ffat.org. Also Friday, Grammy-nominated Latin jazz pianist Nachito Herrera will hit the stage at the Allen Theater. He'll be on from 7 to 9 p.m. Tech students get in free with the student ID, otherwise tickets are $15. Finally, to help us prepare for severe weather emergencies, like Monday's blizzard, Lubbock's 7th Annual Severe Weather Awareness Day is this Saturday. It's at the Science Spectrum and Alumni Theater. Look for hands-on weather experiments like live weather demonstrations, information on severe weather, and door prizes. That's Saturday from 10 to 5. Well, major props to the Lady Raider basketball team for their win against Oklahoma State last night. They're currently tied for second with Iowa State in the Big 12 standings.
The win over the Cowgirls marked the 5th two-game series sweep in the Big 12 for the Lady Raiders. Tech will go for their 6th sweep on the season against Kansas State on Saturday. Well, that's all for today's edition of MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.